Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to catch us every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time on the Friday Fix. Also to catch us on our sports show, Plays and Parlays, and our other news show, Civil Discourse. Well, sir, looks like the Twitter war is on.
Looks like it, man, right now. I mean, we kind of knew this was going to play out this way. We talked about it. We both kind of said this already. I mean, this was not the first time they've kind of had a couple chippy little words, but it went a little farther this time.
Well, I mean, after he got punched in the eye by homeboy, I figured the romance was over.
He said he asked him if he wanted to put on makeup. He said he didn't want any makeup. I guess that's what happens.
He blamed his son for punching him in the. Come on, man.
Trump threatens to cut billions and billions of dollars in federal funding for Elon Musk companies as few goes nuclear. President Trump's fiery breakup with former advisor Elon Musk quickly escalated Thursday as the commander-in-chief floated slashing billions and billions in federal funding for Musk companies. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's government subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that former President Biden didn't do it, Trump wrote on Truth Social. In response to the threat, Musk announced that SpaceX's privately held space company would decommission its reusable crew-carrying Dragon spacecraft. In light of the president's statements about the cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin to decommission its Dragon spacecraft immediately, Musk wrote on X. NASA uses SpaceX Dragon for both crew and cargo missions to the International Space Station under its commercial crew program and commercial resupply services contracts. The Dragon capsule is currently slated for launch on June 10th in a mission that would bring astronauts to the ISS. 2 additional missions to the ISS using the Dragon are also scheduled for later this year. Trump issued a thinly veiled threat after Musk, the president's top financial backer in 2024, and his ex-Department of Government Efficiency inspiration, attacked pending legislation that contains many of the Republicans' key campaign pledges. The feud wiped away much of Musk's wealth Thursday, with Tesla stock plunging 14.3% by the close of trading. As of April, his 12.8% stake in Tesla was valued at $92.6 billion, roughly a quarter of its overall $372.7 billion net worth, according to Yahoo Finance analysis. Musk also is a primary owner of social media company X, formerly known as Twitter. His other companies include brain interface pioneer in Neuralink and experimental transportation tunneling firm, The Boring Company. The world's richest man's firms have wide-ranging relations with the federal agencies, including providing Starlink internet services and pricey space missions and receiving Biden-era electric vehicle subsidies.
Yes, and so Elon Musk decided, he's pretty upset with Donald Trump because I guess basically Trump had snuck in, where is it? He got rid of the mandates. So it says basically Tesla Inc. Chief Executive Officer personally appealed to the House Speaker Mike Jackson to save the tax credit. Per se, requesting anonymity to discuss a private conversation. The House version of the tax measure calls for largely ending the popular $7,500 electric car subsidies by the end of 2025. So that kind of started with Musk being upset. So Musk, he just had enough. He said, well, time to drop a really big bomb. He said, that real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. This is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT.
You want me to tell you something that's funny as well? I watched the interview on Joe Rogan, right? He was talking to Elon Musk, and he asked him about the Epstein files. And if you guys go back and watch it, this is since Donald Trump's been president, Elon's been on the show. Go back and watch that Joe Rogan experience. And he's like waffling around like he doesn't know why, like shuffling around his feet like he doesn't know why. And you can kind of tell through the stuff. Now through the lens we're looking at it from now. You knew, and you knew then. You were good with it then. You were okay with it as long as you were getting what you wanted. So nobody really cares what you got to say, Elon Musk. You're a part of the pedophilia as well.
Well, they're okay with it. They had the guy in Alabama. They knew he was a pedophile.
Yep.
He got kicked out the mall for trying to holler at little girls. But it's all about power.
And I'm not going to just say this is just Republicans. This is like we looked at Tim Tebow. What did he say? He said most of these people are whoever this biological parent is, and it's mostly middle-aged Europeans.
It's not only Republicans, because the Democrats had these files.
Oh, this is what I mean. But that's what I'm saying. I don't want to just say it's just them. It's across the board. We're seeing people from all.
Our country is run by pedophiles.
And I think that people, they're good with this because it gives them. If you look at the Mossad, even we get into a bunch of other stuff. I know we're going to get back on topic, but they use this to kind of shift our leaders around and make them do what they want. I think there's something that Putin has on Donald Trump that makes him do that. You guys should have watched him today with the German chancellor. They tried to address the Ukraine war. He would not. He kept on going off into other things. But when the South African president was there, he had no problem addressing it. Everyone knows what's going on with this.
They're saying Donald Trump was like, oh, I think Russia has a big attack plan for Ukraine. Like, why would you know that? Why would you care? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, hold on. But Elon Musk also said in a tweet, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. And then Donald Trump, he decided to strike back because, he ain't a man that's going to mince his words. Mm-hmm. He said the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. It's always got to throw Biden didn't do it. Bro, you worked with him.
Yeah, absolutely. You brought him in. You were good with this guy. Everything was fine. You went and made Ukraine give you a minerals deal for this guy. You went and doing the same deal with DR Congo for this guy. You don't even know what it is. You said, what did he say? What do you call it? You said something earth. I forget what he said. Raw earth or something he said. He just didn't even know the name of it, bro. That's the problem about this whole thing. You were good with it as long as the billions were coming into your pocket. Everything worked out for you. You were okay with it. I don't think that they left I don't think he left because he was forced out by Trump. I think he left because he was forced out by Tesla. Tesla was going to get rid of him. You remember they were talking about it because
Tesla was going to get rid of him, but the government was like, look, bro, you're supposed to find all this fraud and all this theft and, get us $1 trillion under the cap. And all you've done is maybe 800 billion at best.
So what did they really? And
they're like, hey, where's the fraud? Where's the theft? There is none. They just think about it. They let Elon Musk run rampant in our government, destroy our systems.
You know who they brought in, right? They brought in Peter Thiel. He's the one. Peter Thiel. That guy's going to come in. Him and Elon used to be like nemesis before. Yeah. This was they're both from South Africa. They're both part of the PayPal mafia. They both that's the two people together that help bolster PayPal. You know what I mean? And they're both billionaires. Elon much richer, but he brought him in. Maybe this is something else because at the same time, remember you said something earlier about they were supposed to hire somebody to be NASA chief.
Yeah, it's supposed to be NASA chief, and then Donald Trump pulled that. He pulled it 2 days ago,
and he called him a Democrat. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to hire a Democrat to run an office in here at all. I'm not going to hire the guy." And basically, this was Elon Musk pick. Like, hey, I'm not asking for much. I just gave you damn near $300 million. I just gave you $300 million and helped you get the House, Senate, told you won before it and walked out.
You don't need to come out and say how he really got him the election.
I wondered, somebody brought that up on my page. They said, you know what? You knew all this stuff right here, all this information, but it's just data though, too, at the same time. It could be data. I spent a certain amount of money in a certain amount of places to buy you this election, which
No. They had a story come out where this lady was talking about her county and that I
heard that too.
You heard that? Yeah. Where the people like, I know I voted for this person and that person got no votes in that county. And it was the way she was putting it. It's like,
it was New York. I think it happened in New York.
And they said, and the judges, he's like, yo, this thing has legs. So they're following through with it. They're discovering the election, but that also falls on Democrats. We knew something was up. Like he couldn't, Donald Trump's like, I want to win it all. His ego says I need to just flourish all that. He didn't get that many electorals. It doesn't make no sense. I mean, I can understand people don't want to vote for a black woman. Hold on. But back to the task at hand. Who's going to give in first? Because one thing about it, we're dealing with the most powerful man in the world and we're dealing with the richest man in the world. Somebody's going to lose.
And I'm like this. At the end of the day, I just hope he keeps on throwing out the truth. Keep throwing, because they always tell you one thing right here. The one person who can always tell you the truth is a drunk and a person that's mad.
Yep. And he said
Elon
also,
Musk is both.
And the last one, he said Trump said Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do. And he went crazy.
Now he's crazy now because he said you are on the Epstein files, which everyone knows you are. Epstein said you were his best friend. You even announced, hey, there's a guy, Jeffrey. I love the guy. Me and him like women. He likes a little younger women as well sometimes. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You said all this. This is all, there's paper.
They're just okay with it. That's what you got to realize. Like, okay, well, you okay with it then. That's how I look at people. Like, you okay with it?
From now on, whenever they talk to us, we're putting the little sign. I can't put the little kid, little things, emojis under there. I can't because I feel bad doing that.
No, we're going to put Herman, the pervert from Family Guy.
Something has to be done. Now there has to be some kind of symbol. You know what I mean? Something that we give. We're going to think of something. We're going to bring this back to you.
I'm sorry. We ain't in no PC stuff. I'm like, I don't want to hear nothing. You okay with fucking little kids? That's all I'm saying to him. I don't want to hear nothing. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. That's what you voted for.
That's what you voted for, and you're good with it. You knew this what he was doing is true. It's factual. First, you were good with Elon. Now, all of a sudden, he said the truth. Now, everyone's going to try to turn against him now. I told him that he didn't like you to begin with.
They're like, welcome back. I'm like, you know what? That's why the Democrats got Nazis, too. Because it was like 3 months ago, he's hitting up Nazi salutes. They welcomed him back because now you like what he's saying.
I think Jasmine Crockett was on his medulla oblongata.
Yeah.
She was on him. She ain't take, man, we don't want you back, brother. You can donate money all you want to. Yeah, go ahead. We'll take the money. We ain't messing with you. I know who you are. I don't want you back over. You can't come back over here after you try to sell us out. You was good with it for the money. You can't be trusted.
Power. Remember, he was threatening us all on X.
You can't be trusted. You're a racist. I feel like he's a racist. He said a bunch of racist stuff all the time. He brings up race. You took it to where you needed to take it to get what you wanted, and nobody can trust you anymore ever again. Nobody can trust you, Zuckerberg, Bezos, none of you guys. We can't trust you because we see who you really are. You'll bend and fold as the wind blows, and you are who you are.